good evening, or good afternoon, or whatever for all of you. I'm Jean. I'm the program technical coordinator of this program, and I'll tell you first a little bit about the Erasmus Mundus Joint Master Programs. What are these? Well, these programs they already exist for 20 years since last year. They were established for two main reasons. The first reason is to stimulate European universities to work together and create excellent top quality programs together to join forces and highlight the quality of European education. By now, there are about 200 of these programs, 200 and something, on all different fields, ranging from forestry, winemaking, tourism, language, whatever. And we are one of these over 200 programs. The second reason to establish these programs 20 years ago was to attract excellent students worldwide to these European programs. So excellent students, that may be you next year, who knows. Now, how do these, what is characteristic for these programs? Well, mostly that they are organized by at least 3 European universities, in our case 4 universities, NTNU in Norway, Wageningen University in the Netherlands, University Autonoma Barcelona in Spain, and Ghent University is the coordinator here in Belgium. Typically for these programs is the mobility, what means that the students will physically spend part of their time in Ghent University one semester, then they will move to one of the 3 other partners for 1 or 2 semesters, and for the thesis they can move again to another partner. And in the end, they will receive a diploma, a joint diploma signed by all partners except for the Wageningen that have a double diploma. So it's one diploma for the whole program. And that is in a nutshell what an Erasmus Mundus Joint Master is. I give the floor back to Leen.
Thank you, Jean. Let's move on to the program content and scope explained by Professor Annelies de Klerk.
Happy to introduce you why you would have to come and study with us on seafood. I think we all know the importance of seafood. It provides proteins, omega-3 fatty acids, a lot of minerals, vitamin A. And on the next slide, you can actually see the trends in aquaculture versus fisheries. So when we look at the blue part, we see the statistics since 1918 on capture fisheries production, where we see that it's quite stable. Over the years, it has become, or it stayed stable, but the world population keeps on growing. And the extra proteins that we need, we can provide via aquaculture production, which you can see in a more reddish part. And there's also an outlook for the future. It keeps on growing. So if you choose for our master, then you are choosing for a sector that is still growing. Now, in the next slide, we see that the technology behind the aquaculture is also a booming business. Also, it's driven bio-industry. There is a lot of work going on, not purely on the fish production, but also on other sectors around it and beneficial effects and products that we can extract from aquaculture products as well. On the next slide, you see what the challenges are for sustainable aquaculture development, and hence where our training is built around. So we work around feed, farming, health, and life cycle. And we work around 4 groups of species. We have the fish, the crustaceans, the mollusks, and the seaweeds. And of course, the important interaction with the environment. In the health management in aquaculture Erasmus program, the focus is on health. And the objective is to culture tasty and safe food of aquatic organisms in a sustainable way. In the next slide, you see the program objectives. So firstly, we need to understand interactions between the farmed organisms with pathogens and with the environment. So it's a triangle, and when there is a disbalance between one of those, we can get into trouble, and we can have or develop interventions to prevent disease, to work on nutrition, and also zootechnics to make sure that we can keep these animals healthy, also the food production healthy and sustainable, to in the end have tasty, safe, sustainable food. Now, on the next slide, you see our partners, which were already mentioned by Jean. We also have our associate partners, where you, for example, also can do internship and thesis work. They're Kazetsart University in Thailand, Kanto University in Vietnam, University Terengganu in Malaysia. We also have other partners, Worldfish, Sea-Rats, and they keep on expanding. On the next slide, you see the curriculum and the mobility that you would be involved in. So in the first semester, you see that you will learn about basic principles in health management in aquaculture at Ghent University. So this semester, you are entirely at Ghent University after a very nice inception program, which is organized by our International Training Center. In the second semester, you can split up and choose one of the 3 tracks within the Erasmus program. And then there's also a 4th track, but that's not part of the Erasmus program. So the 3 tracks, the one focuses on health and impact on the environment. That one you can follow at Wageningen University in the Netherlands. Then you have a program specialized on ecosystems and health at NTNU in Norway, and then on animal health and welfare at the university in Barcelona. Then in the 4th semester, so that's the 2nd and the 3rd semester. And in the 4th semester, you all make your thesis. And your thesis, you can choose where you perform this thesis, be it at one of the 3 partners or at Ghent University or with one of our associate partners. And then on the next slide is presented our aquah management board with Jean already mentioned it. I will go from left to right for you on the screen. So left we have Geertje from Wageningen University. Then we have Bengt from Norway. We have Anna from the University in Barcelona. Sitting down is Jean, who is present here, and then next to Jean is me. Standing up again, we have Louis Tort, Professor Tort from also the University in Barcelona. Then next to him is Geert Wiegertjes from Wageningen University. And last but not least, we have Anna, who is also from NTNU in Norway. And on your right, you see a video of our students. They don't get a mock exam of genetics, or they do get a mock exam, but in the form of a game where they have to solve genetic questions that are spread and hidden around the faculty. And if they solve them in a right way, and the one that has the best answer, the most correct answers within the shortest amount of time, they gain a prize, which you can see here, where our this year's students are posing with the trophy that they won, this is the chocolate letters, during one of the activities within the genetics course. For us, it's also very important to that our students excel at international level, which you can find on the next slide, where here you can see one of our students, my thesis student, Jishu Tang. He's a Chinese student, and he has presented his thesis work at the Aqua24, which is a huge European aquaculture conference, and also the World Conference every 2 years in Denmark. This time it was September. He presented on essential oil components and the work that he had done there, and he won the best oral presentation.